Well, all right. Wait, welcome back to another episode of Road Noise. We call them episodes, but Dad, it feels they're just conversations, right? They're just you and I hanging out and just sharing stories. And I'm glad our friends are continuing to hang out with us in 2025 as we kind of continue to plow forward. Um, and for the little behind the scenes, it's kind of fun. Dad and I continue to have these conversations even when we are not where we normally are. So thanks to the internet, we can have these conversations kind of anywhere. So, um,
Yeah, we're a few miles apart on this one, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. Well, Dad, I'm looking forward to hearing where we're headed tonight.
Well, tonight I thought I'd share with you about creative kids. I mean, kids really are creative, and sometimes they come up with some really great ideas, and other times maybe not so great. But I think we spend probably more time trying to keep kids from being creative instead of encouraging them to come up with more ideas. I mean, it seems like most of the great inventors, like, I don't know, Da Vinci and Thomas Edison and so forth, they came up with a lot of things that never amounted to much, but yet they did hard pressed to live without today. And so, being creative has a lot going for it. And so I thought I'd share a story about when we're doing a vacation Bible school at a church. And it's kind of like usual. We had good old Mr. Moneybags with us. And what Mr. Moneybags was used, we had a contest between the boys and the girls as to who could bring the most pennies. Now, back then, the contest was between boys and girls. I don't know what you'd have to do today. I know a couple of times we tried having a contest between the red team and the blue team, or the green team and the yellow team, or whatever. But you assign a kid to a team. Tomorrow, he doesn't know what team he was on yesterday. And what happens if he brings a friend, but his friend isn't on his team? All right, so just all kinds of logistics as to how to make this thing work, and we kind of ended up, hey, boys versus girls. That's easy enough to figure out. Um, Maybe today there's a little confusion on that, but back in the day there wasn't. Anyway, so the contest is between the boys and the girls. But I'll be honest, I have no idea why, but typically in a vacation Bible school, going a week long, 5 days, the girls usually end up winning. Now, I don't know if it's because girls have more money, or if maybe the boys had money, but boys didn't think to bring it. I don't know what the reason was, but typically the girls would win. And such was the case doing this particular vacation Bible school. Monday, the girls won. Tuesday, the girls won. Okay, so what's going to happen on Wednesday? Wednesday's going to be a big day. Because if the girls win on Wednesday, basically they've won for the week. Because even if the boys win on Thursday and Friday, the girls are still ahead 3-2. Okay, so here we are on Wednesday, and the girls are ahead 2-0. And so something's going to have to happen today. Either the boys are finally going to get their first win and have a chance of pulling it out for the entire week, or the girls are going to go ahead and win for the week, and basically the contest is over, so nobody's going to be trying on Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday's going to be a big day. And so we're doing Mr. Moneybags, and we have the kids come up by rows. And so there's a mixture of, boys and girls coming up, and pennies are going in the buckets, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on thing, and it's looking to me like the girls are going to win. Until I call out row number 9 or row number 10, whatever it was, and this creative boy comes up, and he has one penny, but that one penny is taped to a brick. And so he puts the brick in the bucket, and as soon as he does, I mean, it's way heavier than the girls' bucket. And so it looks like the boys are going to win. And of course, the boys are cheering, but the girls are yelling, unfair. That's cheating. And I had to admit that, yeah, that's probably going overboard a bit. And um, had to convince the kid that no, the contest is to who can bring the most pennies, not who can bring the most bricks, or and so forth. So you're going to have to take the brick out, and take the tape off, and just put the penny in. Okay, so reluctantly he does that, and of course now the girls are winning again, but it's not over. We still got a couple of rows to go. And one of the vacation Bible school leaders, a guy, came prepared, and he had lots and lots of pennies, all in rows, and he started walking down the aisle, handing every boy a couple, three rolls of pennies. And so by the time he emptied everything that he had, the boys are excited about we might have a chance after all. And sure enough, they pulled it off. And on Wednesday, the boys won. All because of creativity. You know, whether it be a brick or, this vacation Bible school leader, cashing in a $20 bill or whatever it took to get the boys to win. Well, anyway, I wished I could say that the boys won for the week, but Thursday and Friday was defeat again. But nevertheless, as I thought about that story and thought about the pennies and all the pennies that kids brought in over the how many years and years and years have we used Mr. Moneybags, I thought of the story in Mark chapter 12 where Jesus is sitting there in the temple and just kind of sitting there watching what's going on. And he's noticing the people that are putting their pennies in the offering bucket. Well, so to speak. They're putting their offerings into the offering box. And Jesus notices that the rich people were putting in lots of money. And every church needs rich people. But Jesus also noticed that there was a lady that put in something, and he called the disciples over and said, "Hey, did you just see what I saw?" And they're like, "Yeah, I think. Why?" And Jesus says, that lady that just put in 2 pennies, 2 copper coins, put in more than all those rich people. Because this lady put in everything that she had. Those rich people just gave a small portion of what they have. And so this lady has given everything, all that she had to live on, her 2 cents worth. So that's kind of the end of our story for today. Yeah. What do we have to give? Do we have creativity? Do we have some money? Do we have pennies? What is it? And
Yeah.
what are we willing to give?
Yeah. What a great reminder. And I love this, like those two kind of moments sticking out to me is that uh, creativity can be used to just cheat the system or to to build on the system. That's a good reminder there. But also just the fact that how many times did you witness those kids uh, during Vacation Bible School? Like they brought in their penny banks full of coins and emptied them out, and just to be able to participate in a way like that and give back to the Lord has just so generously blessed us all. So
It was a fun way to help the church be able to pay for Vacation Bible School. And my, oh my, the kids loved it. And
yeah,
so, yeah, Mr. Moneybags, he's done a good job for us over the years.
yeah, a lot of good memories there
Uh,
for sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Well, speaking of pennies, do you know what you get when it's raining pennies and quarters?
No idea.
Climate change. Okay.
That, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah.
If every coin has a job, what would the job of a penny be?
Mm,
It would be an accountant because every penny counts.
yeah, every penny counts.
Yeah, well, all right, I'm done.
Is that all you got? All right. All right. Well, hey, let's we can put it in park here and we'll pick it up again next week.